anyone out there? Okay, so we haven't had some issues in a while, but we just did. So we're just going to start all this for week 3, Great Northern Sex Cast. And it's a gray day. So I think, honestly, I think it was like the gray and oppressiveness and the fact that I was all railing on Google and YouTube earlier because I just want to talk to a human. Yeah. I just, so many social media, and I can't get to one of the YouTube things, and it's so frustrating. Yeah. You know, I want a human. Yeah. I want a human. Yeah. I would pay someone. I'm sure there's folks out there, but honestly, I probably can't afford them.
Well, you know what, though? I mean, it has just everything has gotten so blooming complicated, and everything has a password. Like, you can't order anything. Like, I needed some weird light bulbs, okay? Because I bought my husband a gigantic lava lamp. I mean, it's seriously like this, you know, it's like 3 feet tall. I mean, it's huge. And you can't buy the bulbs in the store. You got to order them online. I have so much password fatigue, Colleen. I can't even tell you.
I know it is. Oh, it is really, really frustrating. Yeah. Going through there, and then we got a whole bunch of new sex toys in, and most of them just take batteries or plug in. I didn't see too many smart things out there because I don't really know how smart something needs to be just to get you off.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's one goal. It's a linear thing.
Yeah,
I mean, there's no like playing coy here.
No. Just make something buzz, make something throb, make them, you know, and then let's have a big old orgasm. Yeah, without wearing out your wrist.
Yes. Yes.
I have carpal tunnel now, so I gotta watch what I'm doing.
Yes. Well, so when Colleen was lamenting the inability to reach a human at Google, at the Google monster, I said, well, how funny, because there are now male sex robots in production.
Really, really expensive ones, I bet.
Yeah, it's the Real Doll Company. And
honestly, if someone was going to make a doll, I would. I mean, that makes the most sense. I mean, they're the most. I mean, they were the number one. The first people to do it right in women's, expensive, obscenely expensive dolls. So I'm surprised it's taken them this long to get men's expensive.
They're tweaking the voice right now. You'll be able to purchase them with your choice of penis size. And there's a guy named David Levy quoted in the article about this coming out. He wrote a book called Love and Sex with Robots, which, okay.
You need a whole book on this? Okay.
Well, it sounds more like the instruction manuals that come with things that you just throw in the... I have a big bin of, and I store them.
Now it's just you have to go online to find that, and then you can't figure it out. Because my eyeballs, I grew up reading on paper. It is exceptionally difficult for me to read anything that's more than a page or two on a screen. Yeah. I can't focus.
So you're not a Kindle person?
No, I can't do it. I can't. If I have a choice, I have to print it out. So, paperless society, my ass, because if I really need to read something, I have to print it out. I can't. The brain just completely, within 2 or 3 pages, I'm completely lost. I can't. Yeah. It doesn't work. And so, I can't even imagine how complicated the damn manual would be honestly, for a big old sex robot.
Yeah. Well, this David Levy is quoted as saying, well, I'm sure women will find robots equally appealing as men do. If women are that interested in getting satisfaction from a vibrator, imagine how those same women will feel having a robot. They can put their arms around them and have the robot squeeze them. I'm more afraid of the robot squeezing me to death. Just saying.
No, I've been in about 6 weeks here, maybe 8 weeks. I will have spent 30 years of my life selling sex toys.
Really?
Okay.
You have a dildo anniversary?
And yeah, March 17th. Aww. And and in no point in the past 30 years have I ever thought, when I'm looking at a toy, and I thought, well, the sample might come home with me. Did I ever think, this sample needs arms to hug me? Yeah. Yeah. No. I would rather take the $15,000 and go on several nice trips and buy myself maybe a nice $200 California exotic rechargeable, vibe. Yeah.
What do you think about the apps, though, that the ones that come with apps that let somebody else control the sex toy for you?
If you are apart from your partner, I get it. I was going through the go for it, get it, and stuff like that. But honestly, it's not something where I went, wow, let's go out to a romantic dinner, and here is, the phone app, and, we'll see if anyone else in the restaurant notices that I'm getting all moist. But it's not, that might work for other people. So I don't know, but I don't need to have a remote, go out in public and you get off, and I do not need a robot that can hug me. But if you do, now there is one.
No judgment.
Yep.
No judgment. But speaking of squeezing, there's a new men's vibrator out called Tenuto, and it's made by the company, a UK company called Mystery Vibe, and it debuted at the Consumer Electronics Show and kind of caused a bit of some pearl clutching, I guess you would say, because it's a wearable vibrator for men, and it loops around the penis as well as the testicles, and it has 6 different motors. Guys, I would like to know who wants to put their junk in something that has 6 different motors.
I mean, honestly, right now, you go online to fantasygiftsmn.com, or you come into one of my stores.
Yeah.
You can go right up to the Screaming O section, and you can find stretchy rings that go around the base of your penis and your balls with, mind you, 2 motors, maybe 3. And, and it cost about $19.95.
Really?
Yeah.
For 3 motors?
For like maybe $24.95. The little bullet vibes. And so it will, it's nice and stretchy. It can go, believe me, it's going to fit you. It's going to be nice and comfortable. It's going to do what you want it to do.
Screaming O?
Screaming O.
Screaming O.
We sell, they do a lovely job with vibrating cock rings.
Well, this particular piece, the Tenuto, is $115.
Yeah, I mean, there's been there's Rocks Off and blanking on this other name. There are some, other sleeves and different things that we have sold, but for the most part, Screaming O is going to take care of most of your needs.
Nice. This is just funny.
Okay. It's gray out. I could use some funny. I need some funny. The gray is oppressive today.
So, okay. There's some really great, I mean, and probably because I have a broadcast past, I love bloopers from TV news. Like, shit that's happened on TV.
Yeah, when they just realize, what the hell just came out of my mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you acknowledge it? Do you move on? What do you do?
Yep. Yeah. Well, this one wasn't a verbal gaffe or something like that. It was actually a jacket that an anchor was wearing that is now, and there's a hashtag, penis jacket, so you can look it up. It's this green jacket that this anchor named Samantha Heathwood wore. It was in Australia, and it's got a collar that's rounded at the shoulders, and it's extended further down the chest, and it's zipped. So they said the placement of her top under the jacket made it look even more vivid and rude. And so people were passing it around online, and they're like, oh my God, maybe wardrobe made her wear it,
Sometimes we just don't know, because if you're standing up, it's fine. And then you sit down.
Yeah.
Scrolling through there. Oh, okay, yeah.
And one person said, I know I'm immature, but this cracks me up. And then...
you got to have a good, 12-year-old giggle every now and then. Well, I mean...
Yeah.
Life.
Well, there was another one back 2 years ago, a different gal, and they said somebody in the wardrobe department probably thought, it's been a couple of years, nobody's going to notice. And so they... Do you see it? Oh, yeah.
There's 2 women who have worn it.
Yeah.
And then, then there's another picture of someone just put a penis on a hoodie, but some stupid runway show. But this is hilarious.
Let me see. Yeah. Let me see. I got to check it out. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm guessing that it probably, because remember, when you're standing there, you're going to see her full silhouette. Then you get behind a desk, and you got it all rolled up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then she's got she's got like a slip underneath. Oh, that's just funny.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe that deep, narrow oval is not a good collar cut.
No. No.
Yeah, and then it's notched out on the shoulders. It just, yeah. Oh yeah, all sorts of people have worn the penis jacket. Oh, this is cute. There's someone made penis scarves. Yeah, this is great visuals for on a podcast. I know,
for sure,
but
yeah.
if you Google penis jacket and go to images, you can all see these things.
You'll find them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, you didn't have to Google anything to see this dude's junk. A pharmacist got caught playing with himself at a gas station, and he says he was just rubbing cream on his itchy penis. He fondled his privates, according to the account of a cashier, for 10 minutes while leering at another woman. And when the cops arrived, he said, I am a trained pharmacist. I have an itchy penis, and I wanted to put cream on it and be soothed by the cold air. But quite honestly, he was suspended from his job for 6 months. And they basically said, look, he could have gone private. He could have been in his car in the dark, but he clearly wanted to be seen. Mm-hmm. This is disgusting, and he's in trouble. And he's married, and now it's out.
Really,
literally,
really. Google penis jacket images. It's hilarious. It's it's gonna. Okay, I have to put this down now because it's rather distracting. It really.
I'm over here.
Yeah, sorry. Penis jacket.
So you ever fantasize about being eaten alive or swallowed whole?
No.
Vorophiles do.
Yeah. No, is this just a fetish, or is it something sexual, or is it just?
Well, yeah.
It can't.
There's YouTube dedicated to this.
Okay, these are the fetishes that give other fetishes a bad name.
Yeah. Yeah.
There needs to, what there needs to be is 2 words. Like a foot fetish, I like the flavor of vanilla, but like a vanilla fetish versus creepy fetish.
Yeah, this is creepy. They did do a major study on vorophiles, and it's in the archives of sexual behavior. This was done 6 years ago. They said there are links between this fetish and some BDSM devotees, and they say, well, it's the dominated thing, but others fully admit that they fantasize about being prey. And, the death thing and everything else. So it's a little bit, risky.
I think foot fetish, some whipped cream, maybe, dressing up like Minnie Mouse. That's fine. But this is like I said, this gives other fetishes a very bad name.
Yeah. One person describes using a sleeping bag and pretending it's a giant stomach.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Some psychologists.
These are obviously folks that need therapy, and I shouldn't be giggling, but that's rather clever. I wonder if they bought like a sleeping bag that was like sort of pinkish gray.
Unclear. But still, I think they need some help.
Well, there's lots of sex. The University of Minnesota has a whole sexual health department. I'm sure you could get a hold of them.
Yes.
And they would help you.
Please do call, because some psychologists have said that those who consider themselves to be prey see the enclosed spaces as being warm and protective. I've got a down comforter. Now that's warm and protective. The inside of like something bigger than me's stomach, not so much.
No, it didn't. Yeah, it was pretty gross in Men in Black 1 when he got swallowed by the big cockroach. He didn't like it at all.
No, definitely not.
God, that was a good one. I hadn't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the third one? They did a new one. I wonder if it was any good. Oh, well.
No, don't know. So this is kind of funny. Somebody threw out a picture of nipple covers and just took a picture and said, since men know everything, what are these? So then it went into this whole response. The answers and guesses spanned from mashed potatoes to frog spawn to hand warmers, mozzarella sticks. Do you use these things to make unsteady tables steady? ? And then,
are these like for pad
shaped
Oh, you put. Oh, yeah. So so you don't have to wear a. I've worn those. You don't have to wear a bra.
Yeah.
You just need to go. Through there, and they're thinner and they cover a little bit more than just slapping a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Because your nipple can. It's not can peek out of the Band-Aid if you don't have it on right. Then you have to put on 2 of them, and it's just one thing.
Yeah, and this is cute, and it's got a flower, but they stick and all this kind of stuff. But guys just could not figure it out, which was kind of pretty funny. So Lush, do you ever go to Lush, the stores, or buy any of their stuff?
Too stinky. With my sense of smell, it's overwhelming. I can't get within 10 feet of the door. My daughter really likes their stuff. It's going through there, but it's overwhelming for my nose. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, their Valentine's collection includes a bath bomb shaped like a penis.
Oh, we have those. At least we had those. I think we have those, yeah.
Well, now there's all of this, freaking out, saying somebody is going to be out there trying to use that eggplant bath bomb as a dildo. It's going to happen. So now they've got all these warnings from everybody talking about.
So in other words, like leaving it in the foil and it's eggplant, the emoji.
I think I don't know. It's penis shaped.
Oh, they started that just so they could get some free PR.
Well, the warning says this natural flora, you could destroy or disrupt the natural, stuff in the vagina.
Well, that happens to anything you put in the damn tub. Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, Remember Mr. Bubble? Oh my God, that was harsh as hell. I mean, people stick their kids in that. Oh my God. Yeah, I've got a rash from it. So it's like the idea of throwing.
Are you allergic to Mr. Bubble?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's chemicals, and I mean, okay, grass, dogs, cats, trees, all that stuff, perfectly fine. Bring it on, right? Chemicals, I'm a dead woman. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Here's some Tinder tips for you.
Okay, let's see.
I guess there's about 50 million people that are unable to use it. It's down right now, but they're going to be doing some upgrades. And so they just released a video over the weekend with new do's and don'ts. So here are the Tinder tips from the Tinder people.
Okay, so this, so it's not, it's clickbait from its own site, not even Cosmo or Men's Health or anything like that.
Nope, they want people to know the best ways to get the best results from using it. Number 1, don't leave your bio blank. Tell people about yourself so they know what they're getting into. Don't wear sunglasses. They said that will reduce your right swipes by 12%. On the other hand, smiling increases your right swipes by 14. So no sunglasses, big smile. Mm-hmm. And Sunday afternoon is the busiest time. 30%.
People are bored. Football is over.
Yeah.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Whatever else they're doing on Sunday.
Yep. Gifts are...
Church, brunch, Tinder. Is that how that works?
Yeah, something like that. And mimosas, and then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gifts are 30% more likely to get replies. And they suggest bright colors. And they also suggest you link it to your Instagram account, to your dating profile to keep your photos updated. Mm-hmm. And they said, be yourself and be respectful.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Honestly, that could be eHarmony, for fuck's sake. I mean, I went online here onto Tinder, and it says they actually have a section on nudity and sexual content. It said, no nudity, no sexually explicit content. That's the only thing I've ever heard about Tinder, is that it's one...
Mm-hmm.
Or do not send any unsolicited sexual contact. No shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hate speech, violent. They have a whole thing here. As far as I know, nobody pays any attention to this whatsoever. Okay, sorry.
No, I mean, that's like the dick pic platform is Tinder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know.
I never got on it. I was just curious to see. I didn't download the app or anything. I was just looking at their online site.
No, and again, I mean, I've been out of it. I married a guy that I met on Match, but when all this stuff that really looked so much like hookup sites to me, that just grosses me out. And even if people are saying, no, I'm looking for a relationship, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, don't have a problem with it as long as people are honest with why they're using it. You know, and that's just going through there. I mean, we'd go out to bars when we were younger, and sometimes you were going out to dance with your friends, or commiserate over someone losing a job or blah blah blah. And sometimes you're like, I wonder if I can pick somebody up tonight. Yeah. I mean, it's not any different than that. It's faster. There's more people right in front of you, and you can, sit at your home and save money on. I mean, cocktails are $15 now. Yeah. I mean, there's no longer dollar drink night at Cattle Company on $3.94. No, that does not exist.
No. Oh, by the way, can I just tell you? Speaking of cocktails, so my husband got this bright idea Saturday night and started watching cocktail videos, and so we watched a couple things on the history of certain cocktails. It's pretty interesting. But his big plan, and we did it, and it was super fun. We made dirty martinis and watched Mad Men. It was so fun.
Having the appropriate beverage or snack food for a particular show sometimes can just make it so much more fun.
A riot.
It's been over now for a couple of years, all this stuff. I've never watched it.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Where is it? Is it all on Netflix?
Yeah. Okay. And can I just tell you the two probably coolest things about that show are the clothes and the sets. And then the thing that you will just continually sit there and go, the stuff that was commonplace then that people would never do today.
Yeah. I have to admit that just the absolute blatant sexism would probably make me want to punch something.
Yeah, but it's also like it's just fascinating, and I think it's really accurate. Because my mom, was in it. Yeah,
I've been when I was feeling like hell with the stupid bronchitis, I was binge watching a Canadian show on Acorn called Murdoch Mysteries, and if you want beautiful costumes,
great.
It starts in 1893. Now they're in 1906.
Oh.
And so they take a little nugget of history and just build a story around it. And two things over this past week. One, in one episode, William Shatner plays Mark Twain. I was laughing so hard I practically chucked up a lung.
Okay.
And then as I'm flipping through, they did a spoof on Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, they had a dead witness and they were wheeling around. And I lost. I had to I was coughing too much. I had to stop watching it, calm down, and then go back. And so they do stuff like that. It's funnier than hell.
Okay.
And I think on Netflix there's somewhere or whatever. It's the first 6 seasons, even though there's 12 or whatever. Okay. But it is effing hilarious. So I mean, yeah, that has a fair amount of since it's a period piece, but they work their way around it. They're slightly more enlightened Victorians.
Okay, perfect. Well, I will check it out. Murdoch Mysteries?
Yeah.
Okay. This is becoming not as prolific as robot stuff. Are you okay?
I just smacked my teacup into my front tooth, and it's like my gums are vibrating.
Oh, that's awkward. I wish people could see the faces you're making right now.
Yeah, because it's all tingly. Up behind my sinuses and then behind my left eyeball.
Oh, are you okay?
Okay, yeah. It's like I just punched myself in the face with the coffee mug. Okay.
All right. I'm giving you a minute to recover.
Okay, there we go.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
This comes up a lot now. People are really getting active about protesting things where there's supposed to be plus size materials and they don't use plus size models. And now there was a it's a shopping network that was selling Ann Summers lingerie, and apparently it was they're being accused of padding the girl, and they said, oh my God, just hire women who actually fit in the clothing of plus size. And, others are saying, I want to see what it looks like on an 18 to 20 body, not to a model wearing a fat suit, on and on. But people are really fighting back on this stuff, and it happens all the time now, which is really interesting.
Liz will not buy any packaged lingerie or anything that has a hanging tag on it unless she has no other choice. I mean, if she has a choice between a pretty teddy in which the packaging shows an actual plus size person, or another company or another one that does not, she will get the picture because people want to see what it looks like on a larger brand. And a lot of them even say, some of these models, people know who they are, know what the sizes are, and they know what they're going to read. Because I'm a good size 18. And if I'm looking at something online that says it comes in the 1X or size 18 and the person wearing it is about a size fucking 4, I have no idea how it's going to work on my short, pudgy little body.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm used to dealing with it. I'm short. I'm used to looking at stuff and realizing that will never work on me. It's not cut for someone as short as me. Mm-hmm. But I have no idea if the upper arm is cut well enough or whether or not it's going to gap across my damn boobs. If they're showing a picture for someone that's a size 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah. I mean, it makes perfect sense. And I'm glad that people are, I'm glad people are speaking up. I think that's actually...
I think Land's End does a really good job.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swimsuits and just everyday wear. And then they have really great sales because I never know. I mean, right now, I am sitting on a very comfy sofa. I'm not near anything sharp. But I can go into my warehouse and pop open boxes or take out stuff, rearrange, do some stuff. I trash the fuck out of my clothes.
Yeah.
And if you think I'm buying anything at regular price or not on sale or not, stuff like that, it's not happening. Plus the fact it's almost impossible for me to eat and not wear food. I am 53. I don't know how I managed to miss my mouth, but I do. And I just... Yeah. But I want clothes. But I have to have some idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, and it's just
yeah,
it's so insulting.
Yeah, and especially with the lingerie. I mean, there was one company years ago that we got some stuff in, and they just started making plus size lingerie. And of course, I took it out of the packaging. There wasn't any pictures; it was just had sizing on it. And I looked at it and I said, what freak human did they model this after? It was extra long, but nothing stretched out, and the ankle was about 2 inches across. So what made it plus, I said, all this shit's going back. It was just, I go, is this an error? Did someone hit the wrong button on a machine? I don't know how that shit worked years ago. Mm-hmm. But we make, when the reps come here, we go some places, Liz absolutely looks at everything to make sure that's going to fit someone, that is, 16 plus or whatever, 1X, 2X and stuff like that. Because there's no way in hell. Because none of us are, we've got some tiny people here, but we also have some big people here. So we look right at it and know whether or not it's worth carrying.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, and I think that's actually, that's good customer service. Mm-hmm.
Do there.
Okay. So they're trying to take something that happened on a WWE show and make it into a gender equality thing. And I'm not buying it. Not buying it. So, though I love the show Glow, I really don't watch the actual WWE.
Glow is spectacular.
Glow is so
okay, so in other words, it's the Great Northern Sex Cast and shit you should watch while you're binging. So we're at Murdoch Mysteries, we're at Mad Men, we're at Glow, because it's all good. Okay.
Very much so, yes. Well, I love getting good recommendations.
Oh, yeah. There is so much shit out there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah. Mm-hmm.
For sure. Here's what happened. Priscilla Kelly is a female wrestler, and she, on one of the shows, allegedly, or it was the visual representation, she says later it was fake, of ripping out her tampon and cramming it down the throat of her opponent. And people are upset about this. They're totally grossed out. And
it's disgusting. So, it's equal opportunity disgusting.
But there's no real equivalent for this.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's equal. I don't see where you get possibly equal, where you bring in, feminist empowerment. Yeah. You want feminist empowerment, lobby to not have taxes on feminine products, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so women can be just as gross as men. That's okay. I'll go with that. You're equal. That's disgusting. Fine. That doesn't mean some things you don't need to be equal on, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting one. Really interesting, actually.
Okay.
Former Glee actor says he will not play future gay roles. This is a guy named Darren Criss. And he says he won't play gay men anymore because he doesn't want to deprive gay actors of work. And his two roles that people would recognize him was Blaine Anderson in Glee and then Andrew Cunanan in the American Crime Story assassination of Gianni Versace.
Oh, okay.
That's who he is. He also played Hedwig in Hedwig and the Angry Inch on Broadway. And he said it is a real joy to play a gay role, but he doesn't want to take roles away from gay actors. And he says, I don't want to be another straight guy taking away a gay man's role. And they're really complaining about it. The 4 straight actors have actually won Oscars for playing gay roles. So it was Tom Hanks in Philadelphia, Charlize Theron for Monster, Philip Seymour Hoffman in Capote, and Sean Penn in Milk. But no LGBTQ person has ever won an Oscar for playing either straight or queer role. So it's pretty interesting. What do you think about that?
I think it has more to do with the fact that he doesn't want to get typecast.
Yeah.
It's going through there. Yeah, you mean you just. It depends on the role, depends on the actor, depends on the piece, on the writers. You know, there's no. I don't think there's any one size fits all concept in casting, except of course for maybe things like blackface. It never. Oh, okay. So, there's 2 movies that have the song "White Christmas" in them, right?
Okay.
One of them is Holiday Inn, and the other one is White Christmas. And so I'm watching Holiday Inn. I located it on Amazon Prime or YouTube or someplace right over. There is a blackface scene in it that I'd completely forgotten about. It has now destroyed the entire film for me. I cannot watch it. Okay. It is so awful. And so, depending on what's going on, I can see when you whitewash or straight wash or gay wash a role, you're doing that. You are taking, it needs to be more inclusive and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think for Darren Criss, it probably has more to do with the fact that he's only getting gay roles offered to him.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, acting that's a tough realm. I don't profess to know much about it, but other than the fact that they do pretend for a living. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. And it's such a subjective industry. I don't think. I
mean, on Will and Grace, you got a straight guy playing. One of the gay guys is played by a gay guy. One of the gay guys is played by a straight guy. The Grace character is she's not Jewish, but she's playing a Jewish character. I mean, so yeah, it's going through there.
And I don't think that we want to go down the path of demanding that directors and I mean, in a way, it's almost like controlling art. It's like I just don't think I should be telling people who they have to cast because it's. I'm not them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that if I mean, in some stuff, there's been major Asian roles that have been whitewashed, and there's no reason to do that. They're perfectly capable. I mean, if the character was written as Asian and there's Asian parts to it and has an Asian name, probably doesn't look like Brad Pitt. There's a reason. But if there's nothing about it, I mean, when they were, when a character doesn't have anything really said about them other than their name or something, that can be it can be anything you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my thought would be if I were in that field, I would probably want to keep my personal life. Yeah. Because I would want them to see me as like this blank slate, as whatever role I was playing versus who I am as an actual individual citizen. But that's just me. Yeah. Speaking of this, on that same note, do you know who Regina King is? The actress?
I think I can picture her, but
she's fun. She's been in a lot of different things, and she was on this one TV show that got canceled. And I was super bummed because I really liked it. But she got a Golden Globe and for Best Supporting Actress in a motion picture. And she said, "Okay, in the next 2 years, everything that I produce, I'm going to make a vow with her own production company. She's going to have 50% women." Across the board. So that could be anything from, the lighting, the gaffers, the camera, whatever. And so she's challenging people who have the ability to gender equalize their sets to do so. So that also happened. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, there's plenty. Until it's going to take quite a while to make things more equitable. And sometimes you have to push to do that. A lot of times it's not going to happen, for lack of a better word, organically. You need a push. Yeah. Because you've been such systems set up to have it not do that it's difficult to work around without actively going, thinking about it.
Yeah. This next story really bothers me. A lot. So I guess there's a chain in the South, or at least in Florida, called Hamburger Mary's. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, this guy, who was an owner, says he was targeted by health officials because it's an LGBTQ business. So this one is in Tampa, and they had to close. Long story short, the county health department there said that a worker tested positive for hepatitis, and I guess they have a local outbreak of the disease there in Central Florida. The county offered free vaccines to people who ate there, and the bad press resulted in the restaurant closing. The owner, his name is Kurt King, said no, that's not the real reason that the county targeted his business. He shared the hepatitis A test results with the local ABC affiliate state TV station, and the alleged employee who had it did not, in fact, have the disease. And the health department said, well, our results said that he did. And King said that there were 4 other area restaurants that were found to have an employee who tested positive, but the names of those restaurants weren't released by the county, just his. And, why weren't they put on the news? There's over 400 cases of this in the state right now. Why weren't their restaurants and businesses destroyed like mine? I want to know. And,
I think he's probably right. Someone's an asshole in the department. And now, mind you, for all I know, he was an asshole too, and they did that. We don't know. What's going through there, but I would say he was probably targeted. I mean, years ago, my neighbors would have, 5 feet of snow on their sidewalks, and I'd have half an inch, and I'd get a letter. Oh
my gosh.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why my work really hard to, that everything's up to date, because I do know. I mean, and then finally folks went, no, why are we wasting our time doing this? But,
yep.
I remember when we opened up this one of the stores, inspectors were in, like, knocking on walls looking for secret patches. It was hilarious. And they went through the hallway, and my dad's like, what's back there? He goes, bathrooms and other businesses, and they opened the door and shut the door. He was trying to see if there was like some sort of magical panel. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit happens. And it usually has to do with particularly overzealous, holier-than-thou, pearl-clutching bureaucrats.
Yes. Yes, I agree. Okay, we're going to end on an awesome story.
Okay.
That actually happened in Minnesota.
Okay.
This is so cool. This couple got divorced, and they've been divorced for a really long time, and like 20 years, I want to say. 20 years. So it's Mary Ziegler and Bill Heinrichs. Long story short, he needed a kidney transplant, and she donated a kidney to him.
So obviously they've maintained, I don't know, does it mention that they're co-parents, the term and all that sort of stuff?
What they said was, she said they made a pledge to treat each other right for their children's sake. Mm-hmm. They said
so. Long before the article and all the books, these two put their kids first.
Yeah, and they treated each other with respect to be.
Yeah, the marriage example. Didn't work, but that doesn't mean other stuff going through there.
Yeah,
those are folks that take mutual responsibility for the breakup of the marriage. Folks that can't do, that I think, have a hard time putting the kids first.
Yep.
I mean, obviously with the helm I'm saying I've never been married, but, I see that. I mean, you go through that. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
A whole kidney. Well, yeah.
Well, this is interesting here. Others were tested to be donors, but they either weren't healthy enough, they were too old, or not close enough. Their 2 adult children may have been matches, but they both have young kids and jobs, so they didn't want to burden them. And so the ex-wife said, I have the same blood type and some of the same antigens. And she said, here's her quote, the universe was just kind of like, you're the one. And when you're tapped on the shoulder, you should answer the call. Isn't that great? They're both doing very well. And this was up in the St. Cloud area. And she says,
and it's tougher for the person who donates than it is for the person who receives.
Really?
Yeah, from what I understand, it's a much more invasive. I don't know how, but I've seen that a lot of times. And I think one of the reasons too is that usually the person who receives feels so shitty that when the kidney starts working and they're feeling better,
right?
Going through there. Yeah. Whereas the other person was perfectly healthy, and then you have a massively invasive surgery. Mm-hmm. But I mean, hell, I'm redoing my will and all that. I'm just making sure that everybody knows that that proverbial bus hits me, you take all my parts.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Do it that way.
And another really cool two little side notes. We're gonna end this on a big warm fuzzy. The lady says, if this story changes one person's actions or attitudes towards their ex, it'll be all worth it. And the side note, according to Fox 9, that this particular story has led to a transplant donation chain.
Love stuff like that because it just, I don't know. I'm all grinny.
It's feel good. It's just
it really
a feel
is.
good thing.
It's just a very sweet way to do it.
The GNS. And we'll talk to you next week.
See you next week.